I would like now to present my most fantastic creature, a superior being, a vision of Africanic beauty, a black goddess come to earth.
Candidly, I handle bars without the back pedal. They be pebbles, I'm a hard rock like heavy metal. In the stiletto, echo one love to every ghetto. I'm Patrice Jackson, nice, you can
it's on the real radio. It's about that time to say the pop. We about to get this thing started. And on the line right now, you know who she is. We got the 60-second assassin. What's good, Q?
Lower, not Ruby, please, just a little, please, just lower, just a little. Thank you. How are you, Ron? No, it's not
good.
8 o'clock. It's
Yeah, it's a little bit past.
8:05.
It's a little bit past. Well, we all colored in here,
I just
so.
posted on Facebook. I'm like, yeah, what? I gotta get some rainbow colored friends or something because all of this starting late, arriving late, eating late type thing is not working for my persona.
I will tell you this: it's always worth the wait. Let's go.
Oh, that was such a nice kiss up. That really was.
I'm used to it.
So that was awesome. Yay for you. Kudos. I'm taking points off of the buffoonery this week.
You know I got some coming, though, right?
No.
Don't ask no questions you don't want no answers to.
Lord, So, yeah.
What's good, Q?
I'm trying to figure out exactly where I want to start at this particular moment. I don't know if y'all seen this killer flyer that I did for an event that's taking place in Philly on the 7th. Occupy the HUD hosted open mic night. This lounge in Philly. So I'm going to ask the beautiful mind to call and drop some knowledge on you all about what's taking place on the 7th and the whole thing later on. But before we do that, I need for us to talk about why the hell is Zimmerman still free?
Whoa.
Why is he still free? Like, okay, so somebody sent me the link, and I posted it on everything that I posted, my little flyer, because, you know, I've been doing promos and things, trying to promote me, you know, because, you know.
And you're doing a fantastic job at it.
Well, thank you. You know, I do what I can.
I see the post you put now, and I'm like, wow. Sometimes you take the initiative and you do what you got to do, and it works.
Well, you have to. No one's going to make you. Listen, a long time ago, I said I wasn't going to wait for somebody else to make me famous. And I didn't want to be hood famous. You know, I felt like I had something that I wanted to share with people, and I wasn't going to wait for somebody to call me up and say, you know what, I think you got something. I was going to just put it out there and let people like it or not.
Well, I got your number, and as soon as you show off, I'm going to call you and say, yeah, I think you got something here.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so they sent me the video of this Zimmerman guy. Supposedly, you know, the young boy Trayvon supposed to have been beating them all up, and that was supposed to be him screaming for help and lies and garbage. Lies and garbage. Like, dude gets out the car, there's no blood, his nose isn't taped up, his eyes aren't blue or black, because, like, when somebody breaks your nose, don't your eyes get black?
Sometimes.
That's my understanding, yeah. So I'm thinking that if this young boy supposedly had to put the can of whoop ass on him, then when he got out the car, he should have had blood on his shirt, blood on his jacket, blood somewhere. There was nothing. And I don't know if they're really that nice in Florida, or what police you know that clean you up at the scene.
Let me throw this curve in there. They said the ambulance came, you know what I mean, and they kind of cleaned him up a little bit. So I guess they washed his clothes too. So that's how they do it. That's how they do it in Florida.
Florida got the hookup. I need to move down there, bring my car, put it in the trunk. Somebody's lying, and that's all I'm saying is lies and garbage. They need to go ahead and put that man underneath the jail. And listen, if I hit this mega million, right, the first thing I'm doing. No, me and Narubi was just talking, and I was like, you know, listen, we were talking about we gonna put the money out and say, bring them on in, people. We'll give you a couple grand if you bring them on in.
Oh, my question is, can I hold $2 if you get that? I just want to hold $2. I want to play 2 tickets myself after you win.
Yeah, sure, why not? You know, I give to the needy. You know, I do what I can. You know,
that's what it is.
You know, I does what I can. So. I'm reading this book. Well, I read this book in 2 days. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Have you heard of it? I need for you to turn that Ruby completely, like, just turn her off. Because between, I don't know if it's the static in my phone or what, but like it's coming in and out and it's killing me right now.
How about that?
Okay, that worked for me. So, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, have you heard of it?
Yeah. I've never read. I've heard about it. I've never actually read it.
Okay, I read this book in 2 days.
Okay.
Freaking awesome book. Now, the first time I heard about this book was in my accounting class because my accounting professor is very old school. You know, she's one of them people that use the overhead projectors with those transparencies that you wipe off with the tissue. She was so old school, right? So anyway, she's like, you know, I really want you guys to get this book. I would make it mandatory, but I just suggest that you do. But at the end of the class, she had us play the game Cash Flow that he created. You want to talk about somebody doing something and realizing that you don't know anything about financial literacy, that you are so illiterate when it comes to finances that you feel foolish?
Okay.
Because as you're playing this game, you're like, you know, you get a job and then things happen. You land on these spaces and it'll be like, you know, you can buy this property for this much money, but then it may be these doodad cards and so you may have gotten married and now you have a baby. All real life scenarios that force you to think about what you would do if that happened, right? So case in point, we go back to the Mega Millions thing. Same type of flavor. If you hit the Mega Millions, what is the first thing you would do, Ron?
Act a fool.
See?
And then and it would take me probably 4 days, you know, flying around the country to get myself together. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I am colored, and if they give me over $2 million, I'm gonna act a fool for 5 to 10 days. All right.
Flying around the country. Okay, so wait. So here's the thing, right? So
can you let me finish a little bit? I'm not going.
You have to finish?
I'm not going. Okay. I said flying around the country. I'm just fly airport. I'm not even coming out the airport. I'm gonna fly somewhere, get me another ticket, and fly somewhere else.
Okay, so now I really need you to know that that's buffoonery, and I'm gonna need you to not go. If you're not going to at least get out of the airplane to go and see something, that's like, you know, what do you call it? That's like connecting flights. So you connecting flights all over the state.
For 5 to 10 days. I mean, it might be anywhere.
People talk about something. I was in London.
Hey,
you know, then I went to Paris. Really, what did you see? The inside of the airport, nigga. Listen, and they don't let you sleep. They don't let you sleep in the airport in London.
No. I'll get a hotel. Next flight out, I'm out. You know what I mean? That's what it is.
Yeah.
But I said don't ask no question you want to answer to.
Don't invite me when you hit the lotto. No trips.
I'm first I'm gonna call. Yo, you want to go for a ride?
I'm gonna say no, but you can throw me a couple $1,000. Hit me up with some change, my boy. So okay. So here's the thing, right? So you got this money. To me, realistically thinking, right? I probably would be overwhelmed that I want this money. I'm going to run around. I'm going to act a fool in this house. Oh, my God. I can't believe it. The little bit of money right now that I got in my pocket, I'm going to, I'm sorry. I just got sidetracked. Hold up. The little bit of money that I got in my pocket, I'm going to run to the liquor store. I'm going to buy me the biggest bottle of something nice, right? And I'm going to come home and I'm going to celebrate. But check now, because I'm going to celebrate. I need to celebrate that night with the ticket, you know. And I ain't calling nobody because I don't want to get no whole bunch of friends. Yeah. Listen, so I got my
song
ticket.
Right there. It's your anthem. Go ahead.
You whatever. So I got my ticket, and I am realistically going to pay off everything that I owe before I make another move. I'm not going to listen. Hear me out. And anybody that's listening on the radio, please hear me out and understand what it is that I'm saying, because this is something to me that's financially smart. If you're in debt, which most of us people are, when I talk to people, you know, that I work with, because, you know, you get in these corporate environments and you get cool with other individuals who have nice 401k plans and savings plans and all of these things that we typically don't have. And so when they start losing money in these things and they get depressed, I just let them know that that's where we've been for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's who we are, because no one ever taught us how to be financially literate. So with that being said, what I would do is pay off my bills, right? That means I'm going to pay off my house. I'll have my cars paid for, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. For anything that's outstanding, I don't do credit cards, so I won't have to worry about that. But whatever, student loans, whatever else I got hanging over my head, I'm going to take care of that. No, I'm not going to go out and buy me a $1.2 million house that I have to pay taxes on that $1.2 million house every year until I am in a position where I can make my money work for me.
Okay.
See, this is the thing. Yeah, we come from a raising of we work hard for money. And this book speaks to that. As I read this book, I was like, Jesus, it's some real stuff in here, because that's really the way we are bred and the things that we tell our children. We tell our children, grow up, get a great job, work hard.
Save your money, yeah.
Yeah, right? Okay, this is a different world. This isn't 1920-something, 1940-something, whatever.
But you know what
right?
I think the trick to living in America is? Buying things and building things with other people's money. Not your own.
No, not so much.
Most rich people use other people's money.
No. Most rich people make their money work for them. That's what you don't understand. It's not other people. No, it's not other people's money. It's recognizing what an opportunity is, monopolizing that opportunity so that while you're doing something else, you're building your assets. Actually, your assets are building themselves. See, this is what intelligent people do. Intelligent people build assets. Those things grow, like that money grows. So say you go and you buy an apartment building, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this apartment building is generating a couple extra dollars. Not a lot.
Yeah.
But over the next 5 to 7 years, you've generated enough equity in this property that you could sell it if necessary, depending on the market, make a nice little piece of change. That does not mean you sell it and go ball out. That means you sell it and buy something else so that your money can continue to work for you. Through these deals that you make and these things that you acquire, you're accumulating money so that you can then buy the trinkets that you really like. Those luxuries that us broke-ass black people go out and buy first before we can pay for anything. Because we going to ball out and go get a Benz. We going to ball out and go get a BMW. We want the big house because we want to stump for the boy down the block who can barely articulate a sentence. That's where we are. That's the problem. We really, and oh my God, like seminars and classes and all these things that teach you these things about how to make your money work for you are very expensive. But people need to recognize what you learn today will absolutely be obsolete in 5 years. So you
Most
have
definitely,
to continue
because times change, people change, the game changes a little.
The world changes every day, and in this day and age of technology and information, as fast as it moves, what you learn today is obsolete, just like that. So you have to continually stay swift. So if someone brings something to your attention and the first thing you say is how long you've been in business or what you've done, and you haven't been keeping yourself abreast of what's new and what's hot, then don't talk to me about what you know, because you don't know nothing. You understand? That's what I'm talking about. This book,
we got Tanya D. Ray in the house, but I didn't mean to cut you off. We got Tanya D. Ray in the house. I had to call her name because she's kind of upset with me right now, but that's who in the house now.
Tanya, but right now we talking about money. Don't cut me off.
Well, she about money too. Go ahead.
I talk to Tanya after I finish talking about money. Hi, Tanya D. That's my girl, loving to death, Devon. Don't make me drive to Jersey.
But let me
See, that's the problem. You shut me down before I can even finish. You feel me?
Go ahead, my bad.
You know what? I used to be on the radio with somebody like you. He used to cut my mic. I used to be like, I'm going to come with you all. And, oh, my God. Tanya D. How's Tanya D? Let me just move past Ron the super.
I thought we were talking about something else. Now you done jumped to her.
Thank you very much. Good evening, Miss Q. How you doing?
Hi. I'm doing all I can. How are you? So you understand how this money situation works, right?
I'm beginning to really understand this thing. What I realize is wealthy people don't go out and buy cars and boats and all that. Wealthy people invest their money to make more money from that money.
Yeah.
Right?
You know what we don't ever learn? We don't ever learn what an income statement is, what a balance sheet is. We don't know what any of those things are. I'm telling you, when I took my first accounting class, I was so like, what in the world is going on? Like, yo, what is he talking about?
And truly what an asset and a liability is.
Yeah.
Truly what an asset and a liability.
Let me ask you guys this. What do you feel like your house is? Is your house an asset or a liability?
At this point,
it's a liability.
At this point, actually, for me, it's an asset. But I couldn't say that 10 years ago. I could not say that 10 years ago.
How is it an asset? If you don't mind sharing with the world, how is it an asset?
All right. When it wasn't paid off, it was a liability.
Okay. It's paid
Makes
off.
sense,
There you
makes
go.
sense.
It's in that column, but now it can generate some. It's not taking any money away from your assets. It's not taking anything away from you. Okay, got you. It's an asset. It's an asset.
Bam.
Yeah, because what people need, I just got finished talking to a gentleman standing inside of the Chinese restaurant. We were talking about the fact that, people go out and they get homes and they say, I own a home.
Okay.
And I have to catch myself because, this is my home. I was about to say I own it, but I don't. The bank owns it.
Right.
But we have a habit of saying I own this house because we're homeowners. Like that's the 52 fake out that they make
put
us
it in
say.
the
But
back of your mind,
exactly. We are no different than a renter. A
You're
renter
not
pays the landlord.
homeowners, you're loan owners. You do own that loan.
No, you ain't no loan owner.
You own that loan until you pay
You a
that
loan owner because
exactly.
if you're an owner, you ain't an owner because if you don't pay it, they
you're
come
a
in and
loan
take
ower.
that. Right? And they putting all your stuff outside. They don't care if it rains. They don't care if it's snow. They putting it outside, and your neighbors can have a free for all.
Yes.
Like I'm learning
I
about
saw that
how
on a
this
movie
whole
the other
tax system works, and like the things that can protect you in the business, and all the little secrets that we as black individuals don't know because no one has taught us. No one took the time to teach us financial literacy. And this is one book that I say you can go to the library and take it out for free. This is what my daughter did. She went to the library and took it out with my library card and brought it home, and I read it in 2 days. Mm-hmm. And there are some things in this book that I already knew, but there's some things in this book that reaffirms, oh my God, I just felt like light bulbs was going off all over my head for like 15 minutes. I was so excited. All I wanted to do was get to the next chapter.
Yes.
So if I recommend anything, I would recommend going out and getting this book. Some things that change your life on some real life stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. So, I mean, that's really what it is. I'm so
y'all
excited
hopped
about
off
it.
Zimmerman a little too fast for me.
Yeah. She ran from that, man. I don't know. She
Y'all
did.
hopped off that a little too
I
fast
think she was
for me.
scared of the topic.
I'm sorry. Thank you. You know what? Sometimes I need a new producer. Yeah, you help me.
You know what I'm realizing?
You know I put-
No, I'm gonna put you out there. What I'm realizing is he is the problem. I've been like struggling trying to figure out what's going on. You talk about finances. Well, guess what? I found out what the problem is. Whew.
That's what the problem.
I'm going to work
I'm
with
here
it.
talking about the financial rat race. Now I understand what the 60-second Assassins 8 to 8:30 rat race is, and it's Ron. He has me like the donkey with the carrot in front. You know what I'm saying?
He's killing us.
Oh, yeah.
Dangling this
killing us.
carrot.
I'm like,
you
we
ain't gonna be like
always
that.
needed that producer, but I see now I need to serve in the role as executive producer so I can light a fire under somebody's butt in here. Killing me.
Yeah.
Killing me.
It's not that I go hard on Zimmerman every day, and I will continue to go hard on Zimmerman every day until he's in jail. Because and that's the other thing, and this is something that I say sincerely from the bottom of my heart.
Okay.
And I'm going to say it now, and I really don't care if I piss a couple people off. I really don't care. But I'm going to say it. Sorry.
All right, let's say
Thank
it.
you.
Say it.
So, in our neighborhood, we have a lot of black-on-black crime, right?
No doubt.
Last week, I was educated, and I would prefer to consider it as poor-on-poor crime because you don't necessarily have to be black to live in the hood. I like
no doubt.
that. Shout out to Occupy the Hood Radio for just enlightening me. I was like, damn, that was deep. That was deep. That was profound. I appreciate that. So, poor crime. These young men killing each other for no other reason than status, fame, boredom, whatever the case.
I don't know. Just to get a rap, make me think of that song.
That's boredom to me. That's bored.
Yeah.
So the paper, which is a tabloid, because the Trentonian is a tabloid. I don't know who
it was
I'm
to the
sorry.
guy got on there. Dan Freedom Green. I told him I could see that
No,
picture
Ron,
rap. So I saw it. It's calm.
It's still a tabloid. It's just a tabloid with freedom in it now. That's it.
Oh,
It's still a tabloid.
Okay.
That's the nature of the paper. When you characterize the paper, it's a tabloid. It's not really about that's just the makeup of that newspaper. You know what I'm saying? So it's a tabloid, but their business is and has always been to put all the dirty information out about individuals who die when they do something like you get shot in the street. They go pull up all your jackets, how many drug offenses you've had, how many times you've been convicted, how many times you've been in jail, if you beat up your baby mom. They put all of that in the paper. Then the family comes out and talks about how sweet he was, how he didn't deserve to die. And I feel like nobody deserves to die in some of these terrible ways that people die. But
no doubt. Life's too precious. People don't respect life.
None of us have control over death. You understand? But what we do control is the choices that we make while we're living. That's all I'm saying. So when you're out there doing these things and you're committing these black-on-black crimes, right, it's completely different than what happened to this young boy who was walking from the store and got killed by this overzealous man. It's not the same. So I recognize what's been happening in my hometown. I realize that. I'm from Trenton. I know how Trenton is. And just because I moved away doesn't take me away from the fact that that's my hometown and I know that it's screwed up. So let's put that out there first and foremost.
Go in.
I'm going in. What pisses me off more than anything is that people compare the two when they are nothing alike. Not nothing. Okay? Not anything alike. Because anybody that stands on a corner every day and throws rocks at the police station, and by that I mean if you hustle or you a gang member, you basically ran a sign saying, come and get me if you can.
Oh, no doubt.
That young boy wasn't doing that. He wasn't. And so if somebody in Trenton decides that they want to put on a hoodie and be expressive in their disbelief of how this country is, for the human life of this 17-year-old boy who will never have the opportunity to have a family, go to college, whatever. Don't demean that. Don't compare that to what these people are doing in our hometown, because you know what we do? We die every day and somebody hangs up a sheet and pour out a little liquor.
All right, well, hold. I don't want to cut you off, but you do got callers, so, you know what I mean? Let's get your callers in, and then you can go back in on them, all right?
Okay.
On the Real Radio, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Good. This is Malik Rashawn. I'm calling from South Jamaica, Queens. Let me say one thing real quick. If I lottery, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to take a nap. I ain't paying no bills or nothing. But yeah, I just wanted to call it real quick because I know y'all got the ear of Trenton and I know y'all got the ear of Philadelphia. We having a little something on the 7th at 300 West Gerard Avenue in Philadelphia. At a spot called, I forgot the name of the spot. That's my spot.
That is horrible.
Oh, the 3G Lounge. There we go.
Okay.
The 3G Lounge. And yeah, we having a little event. Come through with the MCs and the poets. It's $10 admission. All proceeds are going towards getting a bus for an event that we're having on the 24th, which is in D.C.
Well, let me ask you this: you invite one of Real TV to come up here, film, interview, you know?
Yes, brother. Yes,
no doubt.
Yes.
Well, that's what it is. That's a Saturday, right?
Yes.
We did.
Yes. This Saturday.
West Gerard Avenue.
I'm gonna get that from you. Q, give me my number. Text me the information.
Right.
I'll hit you back. Let you know we coming, but just give me the information where we need to get to.
Yeah. We'll do that. You know, all House will be Angie Gilliam and them will be in there, but all the proceeds are going towards getting this bus to get our people out here to free all political prisoners and to speak on the Trayvon incident and what they on what Dietrich was saying. We doing this for them. We busy screaming about Zimmerman and the new phrase in our hood is you Zimmerman killing is whack. So don't use this momentum without looking at yourselves. Because every time we shoot ourselves, we playing into that racism, white supremacy our damn selves.
Let me
you know
just,
what I mean? So
let me just add to what you're saying. You know, I look at the whole situation, and I mean, I don't blame anybody's parents for what they do. You do what you got to do to get over the situation. But right now, at this moment, I see too many people trying to financially capitalize off that situation because, you know, they done put hoodies out with the name. I'm like, they selling them. His mom and them.
His parents, they have to trademark his name so that people can stop. I mean, recognize that. They did that with the World Trade Center, so what would be any different?
It's no different, but I just don't like
the World Trade Center. So.
I don't like I just can never take that. Let me tell you about a personal situation I had. My little brother passed away, right? He was a baby at the time, and he died from an overdose of penicillin. And my mom's could have sued the doctor, but you know what? She didn't, and we always wonder why she didn't. She just told us one day no amount of money was going to bring him back, you know, and she wasn't trying to capitalize off his death, you know what I mean? So I took that.
Well, when you're dealing, right, you got to realize when you're dealing with our people who ain't never had nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We ain't never had nothing.
Yeah.
So these opportunists and old leadership, and I know y'all have them in Trenton and everywhere else, this old leadership has invested interest in keeping us in that capitalism mind frame with the church. What people are dying, so we'll make T-shirts and we'll make all these things and not address the problem.
No doubt.
And this government has realized if they give us money, you know what I mean, if they give us a civil suit, we'll shut up. Then 2 weeks later, someone's going to kill them. So I've seen flyers for parties.
Yeah, somebody had a hood and hoodie. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you serious?
Yeah, they're bugging. Like the hoodies really playing themselves. Like they're really playing themselves.
I'm not surprised by that.
I mean, why would you be surprised? I mean, we capitalize on everything, and they taking advantage of that. And one more thing before I go. Stop getting all caught up in the Zimmerman case. The police are killing us, too.
No doubt.
Don't be afraid to talk about these police. It's easy to talk about Zimmerman because he ain't nobody.
Right.
You know, but when these cops are shooting you, we're not saying nothing and we're afraid. And when we shooting each other, we're not saying nothing and we're afraid. And I'm not on that stuff, but if you know what it is, man, you got to start making it easy. America has no use for a black man.
Killing is whack. Killing is whack. Period. Killing is whack.
Yeah, killing is whack. But thanks. But yeah, that's April 7th. Dietrich will give you the information and give you my information.
Okay, no doubt.
300 West Gerard.
We'll definitely be there. No doubt. We'll definitely be there.
All right, thank y'all. Peace, Dietrich. I'll holler at you later.
Peace, Malik. That's what I'm talking about.
No doubt.
It's a call. So On the Real Radio will be at 300 West Gerard Avenue, Philadelphia, PA 19123. That's 3rd and Gerard on April 7th, 2012. Listen, the doors open at 8. The show starts at 9. This is a call for justice. If you want to find out more information, go to www.occupythejusticedepartment.com. It costs $10 to get in, and all proceeds, or, you know, I don't know all, but the proceeds, they're going towards Occupy the Justice Department, where that's April 24th, 2012. So it's a fundraiser for the bus out to Washington, D.C. I paused because I don't like to give out bad information, and I don't want to say something that is different. So I had to catch myself. But On the Real TV will be in the building, so that's what it is.
Definitely come through, you know.
Yeah, I appreciate you for allowing me to catch up on my 5 minutes that you robbed me of.
Well, it ain't even over. You got about 5 or 10 more minutes. Just keep it going, you know what I mean? I'm going to really show you some love tonight.
Well, you show me love every week, but it has nothing to do with me. It's because you don't want that.
No, people are here. People are here, but I'm showing you love for 5 or 10 more minutes tonight, all right? That's how I do. On the Real Radio.
It's so pleasant. Yeah. Okay. So all the money. Now, see, I stand corrected. See, I be needing to know what I'm talking about because I don't like to put out bad information. So the call for justice, which happens on April 7, 2012, all the money from this event, which is a $10 admission, will go towards the Occupy the Justice Department, the fundraiser for the bus out. You know, it's Washington D.C. April 24th, 2012, we are demanding justice for unjust attacks on our communities. That's all communities, okay? Because we need to stop being hoods and start being neighborhoods again, okay?
Oh, no doubt.
I need to be able to know that when I'm home in Trenton, if I'm not around and somebody see Pop doing something out of pocket, that they can say something to him and not have to worry about him blasting them, okay? We need to get back to that. Can we get back to that? And can we get back to the days of black love, like when it was so serious and deep, like Ruby D and Ozzy. Can we get back to that?
Oh, no doubt.
Can we get back to Ozzy Davis and Ruby D? I mean, like, I want my man to look me in my eyes like that. You know what I'm saying? I want him to see to the depths of my soul like that. Like, why? You know when black families were really, really strong?
Yeah. I remember the time.
Slavery. Black families were connected in slavery because, seriously, that's all we had.
Right.
We had each other. That's all we had. For whatever reason now, and we still don't have much more than each other, but we believe that we do.
Yeah.
Like, we just screwed up. Like, we don't We don't value our home. We don't value our partners. We don't value our children.
And most of all, we don't value ourselves.
Right. There you go. Because you know you can't give love to someone else until you love yourself.
No doubt.
How about that?
No doubt.
Yeah, so I love myself so incredibly deeply that I'm like all open. I could just like wrap my arms around. Okay.
Oh, here
all
you
right.
go. I think I love myself. I ain't sure yet, but I gotta ask myself that later on.
I'm sorry. You think you love yourself? Like you confuse me so much from week to week. My head just hurts so bad. Oh my God.
I'm 90% buffoonery, 10% serious.
I'm gonna need you to stop saying that. I'm just gonna need every time you say buffoonery, I think of coonery. I don't like it. I just don't like it.
I told you I'm protected. I'm protected.
So Narumi puts on Twitter that intelligence. What did she tell me? She said, support intelligent rap. You know,
conscious rap. Okay.
Yeah, conscious rap. You just may learn something.
Let me comment on that then.
Hold on, wait a minute. Before you comment, let me let you know, because when you said buffoonery and I said coonery, this is what it made me think of. Because somebody responded to her on Twitter by saying, intelligence was so last century.
Whoa. How retarded was that?
Yeah, and guess what her response was?
What's that? I know.
And a coon is born every day. A coon is born every day. She says, you want to know why? We drop it low because that's what we are. That's where our grade levels are. That's where our reading levels are. We're low.
Ooh.
Because intelligence was so last century. See, when you smack somebody in the face with truth and they don't have a choice but to accept it, like, I mean, gulp it down and almost choke like it's caught in their throat. Oh, I wish I could have been there.
Let me comment on this. I was talking to somebody. I can't remember who it was. I think we were at show last week, and they had like Eric B, Flavor Flav, all them there, and they were talking about wise intelligence. A comment that he had made at some seminar somewhere, and what he said was back in the late '90s, early '90s, that the industry took off all conscious rap off the radio, and at the time that they did it, in the process of doing so, the murder rate went up, and I was like, There's a correlation right there. That makes sense. You know what I mean? He started, and they were saying the things that he said, like when they took conscious music and rap off the radio and started playing that gangster. They were saying robberies, all kind of crimes increased.
Stop. I love Wise. I do. I love Wise. I do. But listen, I don't want Wise to forget that he came out with the album cover when he was holding a bullet. I don't want him to forget that. I don't want him to forget that when the radio station started changing their agenda as to what was hot, that instead of staying true to what was, his thing, the conscious thing, his album cover that he was giving out at West Indies, I know because I was bartending and working the door at the time, had him on the cover, no culture freedom, no whatever the DJ's name is, because I don't remember.
Shy.
Yeah, Shy, yeah. Him holding a bullet. So I don't want to hear that.
Oh, what was the understanding? Well, the understanding. I always want to try to say the understanding behind holding a bullet. Because I seen, look at Kara's One first album. He was sitting there like Malcolm X behind, looking out the window, holding the Uzi. Come on now. I like to think there was a bigger message behind that.
Really?
Yeah.
I would too. I don't think so. Because, here's the thing. What we loved about PRT when that album cover came out, it made you not even want to dig deeper to find out what it was. It was so ridiculous. It was like, what is he doing? Like, why? This isn't even who he is. Like, what is this? And that's what we thought. I can't even tell you what was on that album because I wasn't interested in listening because that wasn't the Wise Intelligence that I was like, rock that, funky, joint. No, that wasn't him. Not with the bullet. Really?
What was the songs? I mean, I don't know. I don't remember what the songs are, but
I don't know
understood.
What the songs were, Ron, but I'm not going to let you
understood.
try to take it and make it into something that it's
Why
not. Why
everybody keep giving me a cup of water and I got to ask for some more?
I think that it was corny. Period. Point blank. Bang. Bang. I don't think so. Garbage. Lies and garbage. Okay. Next topic.
I like that. I put that out in the promo today. That's your new saying. When you lies. Garbage.
Lies and garbage. Lies and garbage. Listen, Let me tell you something. This is what cracks me up about that. When I was little, my mom used to tell me this joke, right? And the joke was, I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't curse, right? I don't drink.
I do both of the above, but go ahead.
Listen, ain't nobody talk about you, right? It starts off with I. I don't drink, I don't smoke, and I don't curse. The catchline is, goddamn, I just left my cigarettes in the bar. You understand? Lies and garbage. That's what that is. It's lies and garbage.
That's deep. That's deep. I like that.
Yeah, and so most people, just because they want to be yapping, they be kicking the lies and garbage for kicks and giggles. And I ain't be. Like, I'm not even that entertained.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
I'm just not. And so I've been so amped up with what's going on in my world. Like, it ticks me off sometimes when people don't want to stay abreast of what's going on in their world, because regardless of whether it's bad or good, it's your world and you live in it and you need to know what's going on. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, it's like living in a bubble, and how exactly can you assist me in anything if you're living in a freaking bubble? Right,
makes sense.
So I'm all about staying abreast. So there are things that upset me, you know, like how if a case like Trayvon's had been completely swapped around and it happened in any urban city, we probably would be very understanding of the fact that the individual was in jail because the crime was so heinous, you know, but he would be in jail. There would be no bail. You know, the judge would have revoked it. You know, it's so different. And for 2012, I'm so saddened, because you want to believe that you've come so far when in all actuality, not so much. We really haven't come that far, and it's sad, you know. And I've worked in corporate environments, and I've been around people who really played the race card, and I'm not big on the race card. The race card bothers me because it gets on my nerves, and black people always use it as a crutch.
When you think about it, it kind of limits you and puts you in a pigeonhole where you can't move around after that. Once you pull that card out, you shot your load. You know what I mean?
Listen, whether you, I'm mad at you shot your load.
Freedom God just walked up in the house. That's what it is.
Wow! Did you say you shot? Oh my God! You said you shot your load. Holy freaking bajolies! so I don't even know what to say. I said I'm kind of shook. I was about to say something, and then it dawned on me what you said. Holy moly!
What I say?
Okay, yeah. So, but what bothers me about the race card is a lot of times we use it holding ourselves back. You know what I'm saying? Like, because if I feel like someone in an environment is being unfair to me because I'm black, I have a choice. I can stay in that environment and deal with it, or I can choose to go. Because 9 times out of 10, that individual isn't going to stop being a racist.
No doubt.
You know, I worked in an organization where it was very old boyish, like it was a very old boy company. And although they sprinkled us in there ever so lightly, you know what I'm saying, it was still very much an old boys country. You know what I'm saying? They were rich, older white men from the South, and that's how they got down. You know, so trying to infiltrate that type of environment was difficult. So you ask yourself, what exactly is my future here? If there's no growth, then I can't be worried about this. I have to do what's best for me and move forward. So that's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like in anything else in life, life is about choices, and you have to make sure you're making the right ones, because if you make the wrong one and then try to talk about it later, someone's going to pull your car. Goodness. Don't let it be me. Don't let it be me, because I pull shades up in the back. Like somebody, you know how you get a shape up in the back and it look like somebody pull your shade up? Yeah, like they went too high? That's me. That's me, because I'm an open book. I don't hide anything. You ask me something about me, I'm going to be honest and tell you. Ask me if I was talking about you, I'm going to tell you. Even if it means that me and you will never speak again, I'm going to tell you the truth, because that's just how I am. So I swear on everything that I am, I'm going to pull some shades up. What? Let the sun shine in.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. 60 seconds is dancing.
That's what it is. It's about that time. You know what that means.